This episode of Source Code News is brought to you by Parties for You. For the best margarita machine rentals in Houston, give them a call. 281-748-0057. That's 281-748-0057. By Cazadores Tequila. When you're in the mood for tequila, buy the best. Cazadores Tequila. And by Alberta's Best Bet Bail Bonds. Don't gamble with your freedom. Give them a call. 713-237-8238. That's 713-237-8238. Welcome to Source Code News.
Fight! Perfect.
We are live every Thursday night on SCP Radio. We are your number one source in tech and gaming news. Join our chat room on scpradio.com or call in to be a part of the conversation.
Perfect.
Welcome to Source Code News, episode number 24, recorded on June 28th, June 29th, my bad, 2017. This show brings you the latest in tech, science, and gaming news. We will have unboxings, product reviews, game reviews, and we'll be showing off all our latest gadgets like this right here.
The Echo Dot.
Echo Dot. So be sure to subscribe to us on our podcasts on iTunes or on your favorite podcatcher and on YouTube, and follow us on SoundCloud and all of the social media sites. We do this show live every Thursday night starting at 8:30 p.m. Running a little late today. Got off of work late. Super Mario just showed up. I don't know. But you can watch us on scpradio.com. We have video and live. It's live, but it's video and audio stream. So you can watch us, or you can just listen to us if you're driving a car. And also on TuneIn. You can search for SCP Radio on TuneIn, on the TuneIn app, and you'll hear us there. We also have streams on Facebook and what's that new gaming thing? YouTube,
what's it called?
Xbox thing?
Beam or something?
Beam.
Yeah.
We're on Beam too. So you gamers, y'all can look us up on Beam, SCP Radio, and we'll pop up right there. So let me see. You can join us on the chat room on SCP Radio. We have a chat room. You can talk to us right there, or you can call in at 832-910-7727. That's 832-910-7727, or ask us a tech question, or just talk to us, whatever. Super Mario's here. He's got his computer. If you need to ask him a question, he's ready to go. So, be sure to call in. All right. Well, before we start the tech news, how's everybody doing?
Doing good. It's been a while since I've been here, and it's been a while since I've seen you guys.
I'm telling you, man. Everything fine? Everything okay?
Yes, everything's good.
Anything new you got?
As a matter of fact, I guess this could be for the next show. I did end up. Is it on?
It's on.
Okay. I end up buying one of those streaming boxes.
Oh, okay. That you mentioned to. Yeah.
I did, and
yeah.
I'm pretty happy with it.
Yeah.
I am. However, it comes with a small little stick remote. But I end up going and buying the small little wireless keyboard.
Oh, yeah, like
and
a Bluetooth keyboard.
Yeah, and that just helps a lot.
Fixed it. Okay,
because
cool.
it's got the little pad,
the mouse pad
that you can just do the fingers and stuff, and it just works great.
Cool.
And it's pretty fast. I mean, I got it hooked up straight through the wired. However, I still need to do the wireless to see if there's any lag on it.
Yeah.
So there's some. I got to play with it a little bit more, and then I'll bring it down here for a show, and we can test it out, hook it up, and see how it works out here.
Cool. Sounds good. Anything you doing?
No.
What games you playing?
Division, and I've been playing Rainbow Six Siege.
Rainbow Six and Division. You still play Division?
Mm-hmm.
I thought I heard people were not playing Division anymore.
Okay, it's dying, but they're bringing patch 1.7, so it's gonna come back to life.
And introduce yourself because you've never been on this show before. What's your?
My name is Xavier. My gamer tag is Drag Rise on Xbox One. And
Cool. That's your handle?
Your handle is what? Your gamer tag?
Drag Rise.
Drag Rice?
Rise.
Rise. Okay. And I call him X-Man, but his name's Xavier.
No. You can do both of them.
Wally, you got anything new to mention right now?
Not yet.
No?
No.
You haven't been playing no games? Well, I know God of War hasn't come out.
Yeah, I know. They're talking about it coming out next year too.
I was
Yeah,
to
it's
play
got
it
pushed
too.
back.
Yeah.
That game is ready. Just put the damn thing. in.
No, it's gotta be perfect because it
It is
looks
perfect.
it looks badass already. But you would be
Yeah.
pissed if shit started acting
Lagging,
weird,
yeah.
lagging, whatever. You'd be pissed.
They had all this time to get it. Just put it out.
It's too badass that it needs more time. That's what it is.
Talking
Okay.
about making an open world. Then they said, no, we ain't gonna make an open world thing.
Well, no,
Nah.
it would take another year for them to try to.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
But an open world would probably be good too.
It would, but
Yeah.
yeah, that's a
Lot of
big
work.
Yeah, they would have to start that. You need to do that from scratch.
Yeah.
When you start the game, say this game's open world. If they started it with its own story, and then to try to change it now, no, it's
No,
too
no,
it's
no.
too late. Too late.
And then they talking about killing it off too. That's the rumor. They're talking about killing it.
Oh no,
Oh,
then that's their
no.
moneymaker. That's
Really?
that's a system seller.
They need to keep doing it.
Yeah, they'll
that's
keep-
a really good game.
They'll keep making that. All right. Let's go ahead and talk about some tech.
No.
Tech news.
All right. Let's go ahead and mention this. This was from last week. We didn't do a show. I was on vacation. Went out of town, so we missed the show. But Amazon bought Whole Foods, and I didn't get to talk about it because we went on vacation. So let's mention that.
No.
If you've been under a rock or staring at a fidget spinner over the past few days, Wally, you may have missed the news that Amazon is working to purchase Whole Foods for nearly $14 billion, which they did. The markets favored the new partnership as they pummeled their competitors. Both companies have unlocked several short and long-term opportunities with this purchase. Hundreds of new fulfillment locations as the business idiom goes, location. With hundreds of stores fastidiously placed in affluent locations, Whole Foods could be viewed as an incredible real estate acquisition for Amazon. The distance from the warehouse to the home determines how quickly we can get those batteries that we need right now. So, okay, that's mainly the crux of the story. What do you think about this?
So they're going to use it pretty much as a
Warehouse.
selling outlet, right, for Amazon.
Yeah. Which sounds good to me.
No, I agree because again, as you order your stuff or whatever, just go down there, Whole Foods, pick it up.
Pick it up.
Instead of waiting for
Yeah.
it to be shipped.
Yeah.
And also I think Whole Foods was they were closing and they were losing a lot of
For real?
business.
Yeah.
Well, Amazon is another big market for Amazon is food. They want to be able to ship you food. This gives them that opportunity also. Not only will they have all our gadgets and stuff there in the warehouse, but if you need food, you need I need some, carrots, some, whatever veggies, you can go to Amazon, click on it, and then either go pick it up or have them, ship it to you, have a drone drop it off. I mean, they have a lot of opportunity right there.
Well, it's great because again, it's like you're barbecuing and stuff, and then all of a sudden you need more burger patties.
Yeah.
Go Amazon, boom, and have it delivered.
Have it
and
delivered. Yeah.
come.
And since it's close, they can do it in a few hours. I mean, some cities have that luck where they have a warehouse right there, and you can do a few hours, or same day shipping. That's what it's called, same day shipping.
Well, there's a warehouse by my house. I don't know why we don't have that.
Well, I know that they're implementing it very slowly, so I'm pretty sure certain places, because they have to get that network of vehicles being able to go here and there. It's not a simple task, They can't just get the post office to do it because that has to be shipped to a, that's a
Wow.
big runaround.
But again, is like like I said, there's an Amazon warehouse half a mile from my house, and you would think they would have a customer pickup.
Well, that would work, but they would have to have a front end for
Right.
you to. Yeah,
Right.
yeah, I mean, I could see that working. They should have that. That would save them on having to ship stuff. You
Yep.
know, you could just go up there, say, "I'm gonna pick it up at this warehouse. Do y'all have it in stock?" Yes. Bam, buy it, and then just go up
when,
there.
when you buy your Echo Dot or your gadget or this and that, you want it right away.
Of course.
Because sometimes, if you have Prime, you need to get Prime.
Yeah.
But sometimes 2 days is a long time to wait for your new
Hell yeah.
gadget
Oh,
that you want
yeah.
to play with.
And that's so weird because when I first got Prime, I was like, man, only 2 days. Now I'm like, that's not long. That's too long. I don't want to wait.
I know.
It's weird.
Yeah.
They get you so spoiled.
Exactly.
And
Exactly.
I'm always hovering on the 1 day button, like next day delivery. I'm like, shit, should I pay this extra $4 or whatever?
that's-
And then if you're buying a few items, it's like $4 each. So the price jumps quick, and I'm like, okay, I'll wait the extra day. Shit. So they spoil the crap out of us with that.
But now, they have the Amazon lockers also.
I know I've used one not too long ago, but it was the other way. I bought something that I didn't want. I ended up not wanting, or it didn't work. I think it was for the computer. I screwed up and bought the wrong part. It didn't fit. So I packed it up and I went up to Amazon. How do I get rid of this? And they're like, well, you have a locker. You can go put it in one of our lockers. And once we get it in there and it shows that you put it in the locker, what do you need?
I lost my phone.
No.
Your phone.
I think it's in the car. It's all right.
Oh, so it said just put it in the locker. Once we put it in the locker, you'll get your money. You'll get your money back. So,
Is that right?
Yeah. So the moment it was confirmed that it was put in the locker, I got my money.
Well, I mean,
So-
the Amazon is top notch. They got
Yeah.
their shit together.
Oh,
because,
they do.
When I've dropped stuff off at the UPS drop off store or whatever,
Yeah.
as soon as they scan it, 30 minutes later, the return money is in my account.
Oh, okay.
I mean, that's the
Yeah.
fastest I've seen is 30
Yeah.
minutes.
Yeah.
It might take a little longer
Yeah.
for certain things or whatever, but the fastest I've seen it is 30 minutes.
Yeah. And see, the only bad thing about those lockers is when I told it at that moment, I guess they were all full. They had some in downtown, and then they had that were open. But I was like, I don't want to drive downtown right now. And then there was some in Baytown, and I'm like, huh. So I clicked that one, even though it's far, right? I clicked that one and I set it up. I printed out the paperwork. I went to work the next day. Jimmy, on your way home, can you drop this off? So he just went and did it. He goes, it was a little bit by his house. He just drove over there. He goes, this is weird. I've been here before. I never seen these boxes. He goes, I pulled up. He goes, I put in the code you gave me. I gave him paper with the code. He goes, a little door open, and he goes, holy crap, this won't fit in that door. It was a big box and it wouldn't fit. And then he looks up at the thing. It says, the door that open is you can use, and if it's too small, click this button and we'll open up a bigger door. And he clicks it. He goes, okay, close the door that we opened. So he closed it, and another door open. So he's like, perfect. So he stuck that one in, closed it, and it says, all right, you're set. And he was like, yo, it was simple. He's like, I didn't even know what those boxes were. He goes, I've never noticed them, but I haven't seen a set myself, actually. I haven't gone anywhere but I'm like, if they put something real close to here, shit, I'm gonna use that all the time, because
To deliver, both. It's for them to deliver it,
Yeah.
for pickup and drop off, right?
even drop off, yeah,
But would it get to you faster?
it might, and it would be more secure.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? What I screwed up during the week, I ordered something, and then we went on vacation on Friday, and it was coming Friday, and we left in the morning. So I had to call. I called my dad, call my dad. Oh no, I called my sister. I said, hey, after work, can you go by and pick it up? And she did. She picked it up for me. But I screwed up. I could have said, oh, I'm going on vacation. Let me send it to that box, and I'll just pick it up after when I get back. Simple.
Right.
It's convenient. I mean, a lot of people don't trust their neighborhoods. you know, and just send it to a box. You're at work on your way home. You stop by and pick it up.
Right.
To me, that makes a lot of
Cool.
sense. Makes sense,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's pretty good. I like the Amazon stuff.
Especially if
And-
you get something expensive.
And talking about
Yeah.
Amazon, they're having, I think, was it July 11th? They're having Prime Day,
Oh, for real? What are they doing?
where they're just going to give a lot of good deals. And it's, I think, going for, for 3 days or something.
Cool. So like another Black Friday?
Yes.
Ha! That's awesome.
But it's only for Prime members.
Sweet.
Wow.
Sweet.
Yeah, I heard it on the news today. And I just heard little bits of it. So
Yeah.
we got to look it up and announce it.
Yeah. We'll mention that next show. But that's a good idea. I always check that out. I used to get up at 12. Like if it started at 12 at night, I would set my alarm to get up to look at all the deals.
Mm-hmm.
I don't be playing. I see if something good, I'm gonna get it.
And also, I don't know if you ever noticed going on the there's some tabs there that have deal of the day.
Deal of the day. They always have that,
Or,
yeah.
or outlet or whatever. You click on some of that, and some of those things are actually really cheap. Like I had bought a GoPro accessory pack. I think might have been for $20 or something, right? They got a bunch of GoPro mounts and stuff.
Yeah,
and
the mounts. and-
I saw probably the same thing going at one of those deal things on Amazon for $7.99.
What?
Yeah.
So,
Yeah,
So-
and that's
Pretty good.
cheap.
Yeah, that's one thing. I always forget to look at the deal of the day or whatever, today's deals or whatever. But I've bought stuff from there before. When I do remember, I'm like, oh, let me make sure before I go look for this other thing that what I want is in there, and it was one time. So I was able to save money and get it, that way.
And what I saw there too was a battery for my drone, the DJI drone I have.
Oh yeah.
And going rate for those is between $100 and $120 per battery.
Yeah.
per
Right.
battery.
And I saw one on Amazon deal for, I think it was like $57. And that's a very good price for it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, $57. Yeah, because that's the new high end batteries. That's
Yeah.
That's not
And for some reason, I don't know, I guess maybe they need to do some more research and better make the batteries because they only last 20, 30 minutes.
Yeah. Well, you gotta think they can only put so much in there because it gets heavy, and then it costs more to raise the drone up, for it to fly.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
They
I
have
mean,
to
'cause-
find that medium where
Balance.
the balance of, enough battery but not too heavy, not so much that it makes it so heavy that the drone needs more
Because
power.
I think almost probably half of the weight or quarter of the weight is the battery.
is the battery. Yeah, of the drone.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, see, how big is the battery on one of those drones? Is it like
6 inches.
because I have a little battery, a little bitty square like that for a helicopter that I have. Man, and that's the whole weight of that helicopter's light compared to that one little. It is a little teeny tiny battery. I tried to put both on there one time and rig it. Yeah, it was too. I think it was too heavy for the damn helicopter. And it was so bad that it's not a professional helicopter. It was a beginner's type.
Sure.
But it's a big helicopter. But if you moved it forward, the battery forward in the body, because you would it had a what do you call that? Just to stick it on there. It didn't connect. It was just, you plugged it in with a wire and you just stuck it on there and it stayed there. And if you put it too far to the front, when the thing would fly, it would always go forward.
It would lean.
It would lean, right? So I ended up at the end making sure I would always put it to the front because I would mainly just go forward. So I wouldn't have to force it too much forward. It would just do it on its own, So that it'd pick up and start hauling ass that way. So I just turn it and make it, it was always going forward, So that's, but you can see how heavy the battery is, by that, and the cars, I have RC cars, and the first batteries that come with it, they're not those lithium ion batteries. They're the old kind. They would die so quick, and then and you could tell the difference in power. I finally bought one of the lithium batteries, and when I put that in there, that sucker would fly down the road. Because when I bought it, it said this thing can go 70 miles an hour, and I was like, do they mean like 70 in a toy version 70, which is like you know, a real it's slow, no, but they meant real 70 miles per hour. The moment I put that battery, the new battery on there, that sucker.
Is that right?
Yeah. Like you can't floor it because it'll just flip backwards. You know, it would fly in the air for a bit and land on its back.
It would do a wheelie.
Oh yeah,
somersault.
It would fly. It looked like it would take off flying. You know, so you have to slowly, you know, give it and it would spin and just go. You know, I remember I would chase cars and I would have to be careful because I would run into them. You know, I may run into the cars.
Rear end them.
Yeah, I was like crap. You know, and then it's cool because you could those cars compared to the crap that I would get when I was a kid. You know, you would lose sight of it right there and it wouldn't go no more. This one I could make it go to the corner of the block and come back, go to the other corner of the block and come back. You know, it's pretty cool RCs. You know, one thing I seen on those RC cars is they put a camera on there and they put goggles on to see first person view, and they would drive it around the block. So where they, you know, like me, I can't drive it around the block because I can't see where it's at.
Right.
But they would have the camera on there, and they would have the glasses on, and they would just watch
the virtual.
Oh,
yeah,
cool.
they just drive it like a car, and they're going around the block and shit. I was like, that's pretty awesome.
Kind of like the drone races. Have you seen that?
I've seen that. Yeah.
And I personally don't know how they do it because they're hauling ass.
Yeah.
And to go into one of these stadiums and not know the layout.
Yeah.
And as fast and the turns they're doing is like you're like. I would think you're flying kind of like Superman.
Right, yeah,
know,
because of
seeing
the
them,
perspective of that thing. Yeah, I've seen them fly planes like that. Big old model planes where they have they have this big old platform. They have their controller on and they have the goggles and they're just there like that, and the plane's just flying around. You know, it's pretty awesome. I was like, man, one day I'd like to do that. You know, but that costs money. That's not a cheap. Those aren't cheap toys.
No,
Those are expensive toys.
expensive hobby.
Yeah, it's very expensive, especially if you wreck it a few times. You got to rebuy all that stuff, you know. So it's not that cheap.
Well, I mean, when you're learning how to drive, you don't take the Ferrari out
You don't
first
know.
time, right?
No, you take the cheaper. You take. Yeah.
So you have a Ferrari.
Well, if
why not?
Did you hear that? X-Men?
Yeah, when he wants you, when you're gonna drive, tell him, no, I want the expensive car.
Right.
Yeah.
You
I don't
said.
have one, you ain't.
I want a Cadillac. I want to drive the Cadillac.
Yeah.
Oh, that's your sister. You know
Oh
she
yeah,
ain't gonna
no,
let
she
you
ain't
in.
gonna let you. Yep. All right, let's move on to the Swiss supercomputer. Edges the U.S. out of the top spot. You ever pay attention to these supercomputer races that the world has right now?
What? I didn't even know they had that.
Well, they have supercomputers, right, to do these big
Right.
calculations. Like
Correct.
a regular computer really wouldn't, you know. And they take up like a block or almost a city of power. Like they pull so much power.
Right. But, I mean, back in the 70s and 80s when they had these supercomputers that would take like a whole floor or whatever,
Oh,
Is-
no.
I mean-
They weren't supercomputers. They
But
were
it-
mainframes.
is it made for?
That
But
was a mainframe.
now they've condensed it because the technology,
Yeah.
they've gone so much smaller.
Oh, yeah,
and
yeah.
faster.
Well, I mean, like these computers that we have right here, these are like way 1,000 times stronger than those mainframes that you're talking about from back in the day, right?
Right.
Even our phones are probably way
Faster than
way
that,
way
yeah.
way. But the supercomputers though, those are like let me see, does it say here 17.6 petaflops of capacity. So it's like let's say this has a quad core, those have like, I don't know, 1,000 or a million cores or something like that. Like I don't remember.
Is that right?
Yeah. And so you can't run like Word or nothing on it. These are specialized computers.
Programs
Yeah.
that only
They-
run on that type
certain programs.
system.
Yeah. And like if you have this new thing that you want to do, you would have to have somebody to make you a program to be able to use what you want it for it to do what you want it to do. Like it's not and then you gotta, how do you call it, get time for some, you know, like NASA would have a supercomputer. You would have to go and put in, hey, I need time to use the supercomputer, you know, because that'll do what, like this computer will take years, like 1,000 years to do. It'll do it in a few hours or a day, you know. It'll do what a regular computer would take 1,000 years to do. Like that's why they're supercomputers, you know. It's like a whole bunch of computers tackling that one problem, you know. So right now, the Swedish people have the best supercomputer, which is not a big deal because they're just a little bit better. Like it's not gonna help that much. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't do much.
Right, but
They're specialty things.
But with that said, the Swedes have like the supercomputer, but like some of those people that build that supercomputer and know the program, whatever. What I'm thinking that they kind of defected, build their own, and then they created the WikiLeaks. Right?
The WikiLeaks.
Because isn't Assad part of or Swedish, right?
I don't know. Is he?
Yeah, Swedish or Norwegian. But I think he's
Norwegian.
no, I think he was Swedish because I think he was. Yeah, because remember he was they were trying to bring charges on him on.
Yeah, but WikiLeaks
stuff,
is
so-
shit that people give him. He's not the one working on that stuff.
Right? No,
Yeah,
I
they give
know.
it to him. But no, I know what you're saying. They use the.
But he at 16, he cracked into the our government.
Yeah.
Or FBI or CIA at
Yeah.
16.
Yeah. Well, those are the kids that have that mindset of hacking. Like, it's just something that they understand. Like, they have a different mindset, and it's usually kids doing it, and they're not doing it maliciously. They're like, I wonder if I can get into this. Like, it's a challenge.
Right. Exactly.
And they're like, and they do it.
And they do it in a sense for
And then they
like
go to
bragging
jail.
rights.
And then they go to jail. That's the bad. But I mean,
Well, with that said, they might end up getting picked up by the government.
Well, that's
but,
another thing.
But I don't think a lot of them do time. They end up working for the
they
government.
work for because they'll be like, damn, you were able to do that.
They do a plea.
Yeah, they're like, okay, either go to jail for the rest of your life or you get a good job with us. And they're like, I'll take the job. Yeah, I'll take the job. You know, it's not gonna get paid like working in a private sector, but you know,
Yeah.
But no, but that's that's something I remember hearing a story. I remember this one guy very you know how they say nerds or geeks are that they're introverts, that
Right.
They don't talk.
Right.
Well, I can't remember the guy's name, but he ended up going to jail because he went into some company. He was working there or something, and he took a USB drive and he copied off all their information because they were charging for people to get that info. But he's like, this is information that the world should have. It's science. It was science. It was a science thing. And this company was like, no. Whatever information, we need a charge. We need people to pay to get this info. And he's like, no. Information is free. There's no charging for information for the world. This is gonna better humanity, right? Why are you putting it behind a paywall? So he copied all that stuff and he went and he put it out for free. Well, they found out who did it. It was him. He was a computer genius. I mean, he was maybe in his 20s. I don't remember the story that well, but it was a couple of years ago. They put him in jail, and he's like I say, he's an introvert. He doesn't know how to deal with people. He could not stand being in jail. They bailed him out, and there was a chance.
They and who?
Someone. He bailed himself out, or his people.
Okay,
they
friends
bailed-
or whatever.
friends
Someone
yeah,
did.
because they work in tech, so they have money. Right?
Sure.
So they bailed him out, and when he was getting ready to go to court, but they were like, "There's a big chance you're gonna go back to jail," you know. And he's like, "But why? He couldn't. This is he's so smart, but the comments, like
Rather, yeah.
yeah, like he's like, why? I didn't do nothing wrong." They're like, "Yes, you did." But we understand why you did it, but that's not cool. They're not gonna allow that. You're gonna go to jail. You're probably gonna go to jail. We don't know, but big chance. Well, he said, "I'm not going to jail." He committed suicide.
Oh.
No
Yes.
way.
But see, this is how bad, he's like, that's how, like, introverts, they can't handle stuff like that, and that's why he's always behind a computer.
And I understand what you're saying because again some of these hackers or whatever that get convicted whatever and the judgment or they plea and then they can use a computer or be online or whatever for 1 year or 5 years of
Yeah,
probation.
they can't handle that.
That's their life.
Yeah.
And without them they're absolutely nothing.
Nothing.
Yeah.
So I can understand that he took to the stream and just said, like, then why am I living if I can't do what I like?
And they were gonna keep him in there for a long time. It wasn't a few years. It was gonna be many years. And he said, no, I'm not gonna do it, and he committed suicide. It was a big story in the world that I listened to all day long at work. You know, it's tech world. You know, they were all friends with the guy. They knew him. He's been on. I don't know if he'd ever been on their shows because like I say, he doesn't. Not good with talking to people,
right?
You know, but they all knew him. They're like one of the most intelligent people you're ever gonna meet, and shit like that happens. But he was. They always said that since he started tech, since they started knowing him, his deal was in freedom of information. That was his thing. If it's something that can help humanity, it needs to be free. There's no charging to help humanity. You know what I'm saying? Like he had that mentality, and to him. When they tell them no, these people, the way they do their business is they get this information from other people, like they write all these things, and then they charge other people to come and get the information. That's how they make their money. He goes, well, that's wrong. To him, that's wrong, and you know he did what he did. You know, which, like I said, it's not that bad, but this world, that's how we live, and there's laws. You gotta follow the law. You know, but. Yeah, I remember that was sad. That was a sad.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah.
It sucks, and even like when we lost Steve Jobs, man, that was a big hit. I remember seeing all those people I follow. They were all like, "What the hell?" You know, we just lost. You know,
the master of commander.
What the hell? That sucks. You know, but I mean, shit happens.
So with that, bringing Steve Jobs, how do you think iPhone would have been now? A lot different?
I don't know. I think they're following the same. Like he probably left this outline of this is what I want. But what's his name? Who's the guy that's running it now?
So you think he left ideas?
Yeah.
You know, for future phones.
At least 2 years of. I mean, to me, like the next 2 phones were his. To me, I'm pretty sure. After that, I'm pretty sure there was deviation to the new guy. You know, saying, "Well, I think we should do it this way," and started his own path of, you know,
direction.
Yeah, which is, I mean, could be fine, could be better. You never know. We could have. Jobs could have started leading us, you know, a way we didn't like. You know, Jobs was all about. It's my way. You're gonna like the way I think it should be done. You know, it wasn't about let's see what everybody likes. No, I think this is how I think it should be, and that's how it's gonna be, and you're gonna like it. That was his theory, which it worked because on the iPhones he hit it out the park. The iPad, at least at the beginning, he hit it out the park. It just got to the point where we're like, a lot of people are like, I don't see a use for it. Yeah. Especially now that the phones are big, I don't need an iPad. This is good enough.
Yeah. Right? I haven't used my iPad in a month.
Exactly. And if I need something bigger, I'd rather use my computer, my laptop. Right. Because I like the idea to type on a keyboard, you know, and a mouse and stuff. I do sometimes wish I could touch the screen, but oh well.
I think now iPads are just mainly for travel.
Yeah, I mean they're mainly
for the car or
for the car,
or the you know, airline. You know, when we fly and stuff.
To watch stuff, to consume media. I don't see myself making stuff on there, like writing something on there. Nah. That to me, it's just like my phone. I really wouldn't like, not unless I'm in a like I'm somewhere where I have only my phone and I need to do something. Then I'll pull out my Bluetooth keyboard and connect it and, you know, use it. Other than that, there's no way.
That's last case scenario.
That's last case, and that's how I see the iPad. That's last case. That's if I don't have my laptop. I carry my laptop everywhere. I don't know if you ever see me out. I have my backpack. Okay, because George will call me in the middle of the day and say, "Mike, I need a flyer."
like today or yesterday.
Yesterday, where's my flyer? So the good thing is I was home, and so I was like, I was about to start working on it, and then he sends a message. How's my flyer going? And I was like, oh, I'm on my way. I'm working on it right now. So, but yeah, you know, to make something, you need your laptop. you know. But like one thing about the iPad that I like, my wife has the new iPad, it's 13-inch, 12-inch, and I have a DJ app, DJ2, on there, and I like it because you can use your Sonos account, and you can get like any song you need. I mean, not Sonos, Spotify. Any song you need, if you don't have it on your iPad, you go to Spotify, and you got it there. Mostly Spotify has almost everything. So,
So you have a membership.
yeah, so I have the membership with Spotify, and all you have to do is sign in to it on that DJ app, and now you have
Every song.
every song.
Well, how much is the subscription? It's like
Just-
$10 a month.
Yeah, I think I pay 15 because I have the family pack,
Okay,
and I have one. My wife has one. My daughter and my son.
so it's shared.
It's 4 different accounts, but it's under one family, a family plan. You know.
Okay,
Yeah,
actually, that's really good.
Yeah.
So they let you do that. So I was doing the one account and I was sharing it with my wife. She would have it, but I would be at work listening, and all of a sudden it would stop because she started listening.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah. And so
Cut you off.
yeah, and so I'm like, what the? So I would hit play, and it would stop her. And then after fighting a while, she'd send me a message. You need to quit playing with Spotify. I'm listening to it right now. I'm like, yes, ma'am. So I would have to stop.
Oh.
But now she has her own separate account, and I have my own, so we can all, 4 versions of Spotify.
And that's pretty good. That's pretty cheap too.
Yeah, and like I say, that app, and it works really good on the iPad. It's 2 turntables. Imagine that right there with a mixer in the middle. You click on it, add a song, Spotify, search it, or you can you got all the genres. You can make a playlist ahead of time. You got your playlist right there. So next Wednesday, the boss with her iPad is gonna start her show. It's called what is it called? Mitad y mitad.
What?
Half and half.
By herself?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. I thought we were working on this together.
You never
she
said
cut me.
nothing. So 8 to 9, Mitad y mitad is gonna either play cumbia one week or pop the next week in Spanish, all in Spanish. She's gonna be
Well,
talking in Spanish.
Oh, then I'll do the pop and she could do the cumbia.
So yeah, so it's gonna be every Wednesday night starting 8 to 9. So, and she has that. She's gonna use the iPad, like I said, the Spotify. She has it all set up, ready to go, and she's gonna be, playing her radio personality, So we'll see. We'll see.
See how it goes.
I guess I need to talk to her offline.
I had her do yesterday was Wednesday.
Yeah.
I had her do a dry run. I made her do the show. All I would do is when she start the song, then I would cut it to the end. So I wanted to see her transition to the next song and talk and do all that. I made her practice her stuff. Because at first she was like, "I'll do it this week." I said, "Really? You're ready?" She didn't have enough music. First of all, set. I was like, "You need to double that." That was maybe 30 minutes worth, and you want to do it an hour. So that's
An hour? I want to do 4 hours. I want to do a whole
Oh,
show.
what the heck?
I want to
Yeah.
bring it on.
Yeah, I want to go to sleep, sir. So yeah, that's not gonna work.
Okay, we could start. We could baby steps.
Baby steps.
Yeah,
So,
here it comes. I feel it.
All right, put up. Play our Cazadores commercial.
Yeah, we have to do that. Where is our boy at? There he is.
Hey bartender, we need a round of shots.
Do you want what everybody else is having, or do you want the best of the best?
Of course, we want the best of the best.
Well then, Tequila Cazadores is the one for you.
For those special moments in your life, whether it's a special occasion or just a day relaxing with your friends, drink the best of the best, Tequila Cazadores.
Science News.
All right, science. Let's do at least one science news before we move on. MIT already has your flying car in miniature form.
What? Flying car.
Yeah. So,
Flying car.
yeah.
Prove it.
Some drones fly, others drive. Those that can do both, however, can reach places other machines can't, making them ideal for search and rescue or package delivery. That's why a team of MIT Computer Science and Artificial Intelligence Laboratory have developed a fleet of autonomous drones that have rotors and wheels, giving them the capability to avoid obstacles on the ground and to go underneath overhead obstructions. Just imagine a machine that can fly to a disaster zone and then drive into the gaps of collapsed buildings to search for survivors. The team based these new drones on a previous Flying Monkey robot one of them developed. That one can fly, grasp surfaces, and crawl hop around. These new machines, however, are autonomous, loaded with path planning algorithms to ensure the 8 drones in the fleet don't bump into each other and into other objects. Further, the team attached 2 small motors with wheels to the bottom of each drone. During their tests, they found that adding those driving components decreased their drone's max flying distance by 14% due to the extra weight. That said, the machines are still capable of flying up to 300 feet, and the loss is offset by the gain in efficiency from driving, which uses less power. The team drones work so well, in fact, that the researchers believe that they present another approach to designing flying cars. They said in a statement, as we begin to develop planning and control algorithms for flying cars, we are encouraged by the possibility of creating robots with these capabilities at small scale. While there are obviously still big challenges to scaling up to vehicles that could actually transport humans, we are inspired by the potential of a future in which flying cars could offer us fast, traffic-free transportation. And then you can watch the little video that's there. Well, it's not much of a video. They did this little like a city or a block, like a little block or 2 blocks, and it's got roads. Like on that picture there, you can see the road. Well, these little cars are driving around the road. When it gets to a spot where there's no more road, but there's a road on the other side of a house or something, they come up over the house and land back on the road and start driving again.
So if there's an obstacle, they fly around that obstacle.
Yeah, they'll go over it. It's just not.
That's pretty cool.
That's pretty cool. If you see, like, I didn't have the video there, but if you saw the video, these drones are doing it all on their own. They're not being controlled. They're autonomous. So they were, I guess, I don't know if they were pre-programmed. This is the where you're going, and then they let them
Free.
and then they just go. You know.
But what is the power? How do you? I mean, is it battery,
Yeah.
gas?
No.
I mean, for what? For power distance, I mean, what's the battery capability? Because again, is the weight? You know,
Yeah.
the more energy it uses.
When it flies.
Yeah, but like you said,
The distance also.
it would drive for the most part, which is less power
Power.
efficient, right? It's more power efficient, right? Less power, pulling. But when it flies is when it uses more
The
power.
most power, right?
You know,
because the
so
weight
It would only fly, I guess,
when it needs to.
it needs to. So not all the time. You know, it won't be like the cars that we saw like on Back to the Future that they were just floating.
Right.
It wouldn't be that, you know. But really, we need to get into that.
I mean, doesn't China have those speed trains that are elevated by magnetic?
Yeah.
But remember, that means they have a rail that's set. You know, if you have that on the road, you would have to redo all the roads, right? To put a magnet or something in there.
Well, not necessarily the roads, but I mean, find a pathway to have the rail installed.
Well, yeah, but you wouldn't. I mean, I would not put a rail. I'm saying, like, if you're gonna use a flying car, but using that magnet thing, you would have to probably embed magnets or some strong underneath
the roads.
Underneath the roads. So that would be a big change. Now, or just metal, like metal roads, because there's skateboards that they use, and they couldn't figure out how to make the skateboard work on regular terrain like
Surface.
concrete.
Right.
But when they put metal underneath and the magnet on the skateboard, it was able to float around like
Marty McFly in Back to the
yeah,
Future.
exactly, just like that. You know, and it's weird though that once something floats like that, you can't control it. Like a skateboard is not the same anymore because it wants to go every single direction, right? A skateboard is going forward or back, forward or back. But when you get on that, like the moment you step on it, it's gonna go sideways. And how do you stop it from going sideways? You know. So when they did that like that, I'm telling you, where they made the floor all metal, and then they were playing around with that skateboard. Even a real skateboarder, he couldn't really control it. You know, he'd be spinning.
Just no balance.
Yeah, there's no way to, you know.
No central.
So I would assume something like that would have to have a brain. You'd have to put artificial intelligence in it to tell it, stay straight like a skateboard. You know, don't go side to side, not unless I want you to. But then how do you
Program
make
like
it?
that.
You know, because it's gonna say, okay, well, you can't go side to side ever. You know, and it would have to find a way to keep it straight because it's just floating. I mean, it's float. There's nothing touching it. You know, it's a magnetic force that's underneath it. The opposite of the magnet. You know,
Right. And
so I don't know. It's weird.
and again, there's no way you can turn if you're trying to push your foot on air. How there's no friction there, or
Well, no, you push the floor to
Turn.
right.
to push, but on a skateboard you can kind of use the friction of the floor, right? You're saying, but on this you'll just keep going. You'll turn the board will turn, but you'll keep going that way. It's not gonna slow you down or anything. But yeah, they still got a lot to do with work on that. Because the one on Marty McFly, that one, it was going straight. It wasn't going sideways. If you never think of it until they made it, and then they're like, wow, it doesn't work.
But again, it worked on a firm surface, but it didn't work on water.
On that one. Well, no, but he couldn't pedal. He couldn't push, remember? It floated,
It floated.
but he couldn't push.
He couldn't push.
Because he didn't have the friction of his foot to
Right.
push, So it did work. It's just he didn't have a hard surface.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah, but this only, in real life, now we're talking about real life, they got it to work, but only on a metal. And it has to be something that's magnetized or whatever.
So right now, it's just a concept.
It's just a concept, yeah. But I mean, I saw when they had, what's his face, the skateboarder, the one that
Tony Hawk.
Tony Hawk was doing it. Even him, he couldn't control it. Like, he was going up the ramp and up the other ramp. And it wasn't a big ramp. Like, it was just kind of at an angle.
Mm-hmm.
And all he could do is he would run up, put it on the floor, or like run up and jump on it, and then come back down. He couldn't really control it. It would just go back and forth. He could stay on it.
He could stay on it, really.
He could stay on it because he's good.
Wow.
But he couldn't control it. Like, he couldn't make it do what he wanted. It was just kind of like.
And you know what?
spinning.
And that's difficult because it's kind of like surfing. It's hard
Yeah,
to get on
surfing,
that
surf.
surfboard.
Yeah.
Because again, it goes all ways.
It goes everywhere. Another thing that I'm thinking now is that you've seen that flying one, the other hoverboard that's you actually have like fans, turbines or whatever.
Yeah,
the
I've
guy's
seen-
flying
right.
around. He's got a control in his hand. Now maybe that way, because now you have propulsion. You lean and it, like a helicopter. You turn it, now it's pushing you forward.
Right.
And then if you want to stop and hover, you bring it straight, so now you're just hovering, and if you're going real fast, you can do this, and then to stop yourself. So now you have a way. The other way was just you're floating and there's no way, no propulsion anywhere. Now they can add propulsion. Maybe that's I didn't think about that. They can put a little jet on it.
Yeah.
They could put the side jets and make so the computer can know, don't go this way, don't go that way, and one in the front, one in the back.
That's a
Yeah,
good
but
idea.
how much power for those jets have to be pretty strong to
Don't
balance.
worry, we're gonna come up with something. We're gonna have a little what do you call that, nuclear power, nuclear battery right there in the back of the thing, and it'll last forever.
Like the Terminator had right inside.
That's what he had. Yeah, nuclear.
Something nuclear in there.
Then that's all you need. Once you got that, you're good to go. Something's gonna have to happen. Because right now the lithium batteries, the ion, whatever it's called, lithium ion batteries, they're not
working.
They're not good enough. Although that's the best we can get right now.
We can get, but do you think that there's some out there that are not available to the general public that can do a lot more, hold a lot more, and
probably, but they're not like, how do you call it, where they can just ramp up to make them, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, because there's people, I see so many articles of new technology that may change their world, but it's gonna take another 10 years of development, right?
well, but again, it's like we were talking. I don't know if it was you and I or someone were talking about. The military already has some of that technology that's not out for consumers. Because they have R&D.
Yeah.
And NASA's they have the best and then the greatest. NASA's for the military and
big
stuff.
Part of that. NASA's mainly the one. They're the scientists. They're the ones that come up with stuff, and the military's like, oh, what is that? Give it here. We want that. But NASA comes up with a lot of crap, and they do it to try to, for other stuff, build a rocket or something.
Well, and they do it for efficiency.
And then we're like, whoa, y'all got something that good for that? I wonder how it'll work with this. What if I put a machine gun on that thing? Imagine like those robots, like that one that I showed last time, where it was like on skates. What was it doing on wheels? And it was jumping and high. Imagine the
right, yeah. It's like, yeah.
Imagine the military's already saying, okay, that right there, we're gonna buy from you, and you're not telling nobody, and we're putting machine guns on that sucker, and he's gonna go out and fight our wars for us,
and just put them out in the desert.
Yeah, well, they have already that. They already have that. There's
in the desert where they have night vision and it's fully.
Oh yeah,
it's like a walking little tank.
But I've heard that we already have that. There's places that are no man's zone.
Okay, come on, man.
No.
You're giving out too much info from your security clearance.
Okay, I've heard that there's places where they say there's a zone where there's no human allowed, like, because it's either in between our borders and the enemy's border or whatever, a border that we're not, and we're there, and there's robots that if someone shows up, they're gonna kill them.
DOA.
Something like that. But I've also heard that there's someone watching the robot. So the robot it'll send a signal, there's a human here. Make the decision.
It'll detect presence, and then it'll notify.
Yeah, and they'll be like,
on our end, like, hey, this is what's going on.
We're about to kill this person, yes or no. And the person's like, take the shot, because nobody's allowed there. It doesn't matter who you are. No one's allowed there.
It's the free safe zone or whatever.
Yeah, it says, yeah. And now imagine having those crazy ass looking robots that can run around like nothing. Shit, that's terrifying.
So I know it's been talked about and said that what the future is becoming pretty much like the Terminator. Where the robots are going to be
fighting
the police,
a war,
or just either fighting a war or policing,
or that too,
policing the state.
Yeah, but I mean, it still needs a lot of work, because I know one thing about robots. Having robots near humans, they'll injure humans so quick on accident. They'll turn and they'll hit somebody and break something. Just like those big robots they have in the car manufacturer. You have to
the automation.
Yeah, the automation.
Yeah.
You can't. People aren't allowed in those areas because those things are spinning so fast. If you get near it, it'll kill you. It'll knock your head off, your arm.
And it doesn't know to stop.
It doesn't know to stop. Yeah. Now, like the ones that they made for the space station, they made one. It was humanoid, but it was soft to the touch, like soft skin. So if it touched something, it knew to stop, but it wouldn't hurt you because it was soft, and it wouldn't come so fast at you.
Right.
So that's one thing, but I don't know. In order for something to be strong and pick up things and be useful for us humans, it needs to be heavy. It needs to be strong, and it's gonna be hard. It's gonna hit hard.
Well, like sensors, like if you have a sensor in the back, then it would be able to help.
Yeah, but sometimes if it spins too fast, it'll by the time it stops, it's too late. You know, it'll touch the sensor.
It won't know to
Yeah,
stop or flinch
yeah.
back. It'll just continue the
Movement.
and then
movement,
stop,
yeah.
and then stop. And be like, oops! After it knocked the head off. You know, so yeah, that's the only thing. But like I said, they're hard. It's not like a human that if you swing at your full power, you're not gonna knock someone's head off. But they may with a piece of metal. Their arm is a
it's
piece
like
of metal.
swinging a pipe
Yeah,
or
like
a
a
metal
pipe.
at a human.
At a
and,
yeah,
you know.
at a speed that probably we can't even move at. You know, they're because they're moving so fast doing stuff. You know, it's just a lot of. That's why I say we got a while before that happens. Before the, robots take over. All right, let's mention Parties for You.
Oh, really?
#1 margarita machine rentals in Houston. Here at SCP Radio, Parties for You hooks us up with margaritas.
Are you sure?
Well, normally they hook us up with margaritas, but Parties for You has had a lot of business. Hopefully it's because of SCP Radio. They've been going everywhere, doing all kinds of festivals with their margarita machines and selling margarita mix and stuff. They have the best tasting margaritas in town.
Margaritas.
Yes.
Margaritas.
You need to try the Hellraiser if you haven't already. That is their #1 margarita mix, exclusive to Parties for You. They have the Mango Passion, another exclusive margarita for Parties for You. Be sure to try them out for your next event, next party, next wedding, quinceañera, sweet 16, divorce party. Make it a special party. Get margarita machines and get the mix from them. Like I said, Hellraiser, Mango Passion. You need to try them. If you never have. And give George Gonzalez a call at 281-748-0057. That's 281-748-0057. And let them know that SCP Radio sent you.
Now, if you're having a freak party, do not call.
You can call for that too. You can get margaritas for any party. Let's talk about a game or two and end this. Cause I gotta go to Shooters.
Do you?
Yeah, I got a party going on at Shooters. Yeah.
Well, I thought you were going to talk about your Echo Dot.
We're gonna have to talk about that another day because I already set up the other Echo Dot in the house, and pretty cool.
Yeah.
So I saw something about this where you can use them as an intercom. So I want to have one here and be like, "Hey Lex, hey A-word,
Is that right?
I need to talk to the one in the kitchen or whatever. And hey Blanca,
I know you could send her.
Mexico got beat.
crap, that's messed up.
Wow.
Mexico got beat.
Oh, Chile
Yeah.
barely won
Yeah.
yesterday.
Oh yeah, but today he says Mexico got beat
Mexico lost?
Yep,
Yeah.
Germany 4-1.
Really?
4-1. Not good.
4-1.
Not cool, dude.
Germany always wins.
Dang.
Like, especially when the women.
But with that, I think you can, whoever has one connected, you can message them or whatever. So you could send me stuff at my house.
Oh, okay. Yeah, they have
Something like that.
Well,
I
know
really
that
haven't.
You give them your phone number, so it might be through. You can send messages like if it's your phone, so you can use it as your phone. I don't know if you can make calls, but I know you can send messages. You can dictate it, and it'll write it and send it. But I don't know if it'll send it and say, "Hey, you just got a message from Mike. You want me to read it?" It might do that. That'd be
Cool.
That would be pretty cool. Yeah. So let's see who we're going to talk about. I know the SNES Mini is here. They got pre-orders already on eBay.
Really?
Yes. The Super Nintendo Entertainment System Mini. Remember they had the Nintendo, the Mini Nintendo, and they stopped selling that. So now they got the Super Nintendo Mini. So
This is the video thing?
yeah, you see the controllers are bigger than the actual Super Nintendo.
Dude, not to be funny, but somebody... I'm going to find that picture. Somebody took a control like that and turned it into a vape mod.
that was a PS3 controller actually.
PS4, but somebody else did that too.
Oh, one of those?
Yes.
Ah. So, okay, less than 24 hours after its official announcement, Nintendo Classic Mini Super Nintendo Entertainment System is already being resold at a huge markup on eBay. Listings for the retro-themed micro console stretch to, what is that, 300? What is that, L?
Oh, that's pounds.
300 pounds.
Yes.
Although most lie around 200, the 200-pound mark.
So it would be about 250, 275 here in the U.S.
That's what that is?
Yeah.
All right, so Nintendo does not set hardware prices in the UK after the company was hit by an enormous pricing fixing fine by the European Commission back in 2002. But both Game and Amazon pegged this SNES Mini at 80 pounds. Every eBay listing we've seen is at least double that. eBay will let you select to buy now, although you're really only buying someone's pre-order. Yeah, because they don't have it. So they're just gonna pre-order it and then try to sell it to you at a extra
Price.
You know, yeah.
So
double.
what are the specs? How big is it?
I don't know. It looks smaller than a damn controller. Yeah, this little square.
Actually, 300 pounds is $391 US.
$391.
Yeah, he was close.
Yeah.
He was close.
So it launches on September 29th. Let me see. It's gonna be like the NES Mini where no one could find it. Like all the scalpers go and they buy them all up, and then they try to resell them double, triple the price. You know, so us that just want one, we're not gonna be able to get one unless you're there when the store opens. But you're gonna find a lot of scalpers in line with you.
Buying 10 of them.
Yeah, they're gonna try to buy the limit, you know, and they'll probably have a couple of people with them, so they can each buy a limit, you know, and then, you know.
So would you think that's fair or not?
I don't like it.
I mean, it's like one per person.
It should be,
You know, right?
It should be.
One per person, and
Yeah.
nobody else
Yeah.
gets one.
Yeah.
Everybody should just be able to get one.
And be happy.
Yeah, I mean,
Because again, it's like everyone's standing in line for 2 days or whatever, and then all of a sudden you go up there and there's 20 people in front of you, and all this, or you know, before you go in, there's 20 people,
yeah,
but already 40 people win and
in it
sold
already.
out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, you will have a lot of pissed off
Oh yeah.
people.
Most definitely.
Yeah, but I know stores what they do now, because that used to happen a lot. I used to be in lines waiting, and then all of us, you know, you'd see you'd be in line outside waiting for hours, and then you see one person come out, an employee just walking by, and we're like, hey, do y'all still have that computer or whatever that was on sale? They're like, oh no, they sold out a while back. Really? Yeah, we're out here. All of us out here are waiting to buy that computer. Y'all could have at least come out and said, oh well, yeah, they're out. What about this? Oh yeah, we're out. What about this? Yeah, we're out. Like, son of a, I'm going home. You know.
No, I agree, because I think one for Black Friday, me and my brother went to Home Depot to get a TV, right? Because it
Home
was
Depot?
cheap. Yeah, because it was cheap.
They have TVs at home. Depot?
Yeah, there was some electronics for that Black Friday to bring
Oh, wow.
people in, right? This was years ago.
Yeah.
So we were sleeping in our cars, and me and my brother, I think we were the second line or whatever. So we're like, hey, where's the TV? Because I think it was 5 or 10 per store, this and that. Like, where's the TV and stuff? It goes, oh, it's gonna be here. And of course, they're gonna lie to you, right? And you gotta search the whole freaking store to find where the TV, because apparently nobody knows what the TV is.
Son of a biscuit.
So again, it's like, okay, well, here's TV. We're second line, like, oh yeah, there was a problem with the shipment, and only one came in.
Are you kidding?
Yeah, you know how many pissed off people there were.
Yeah, and then they probably did that shit on purpose.
Oh, of course.
Yeah, they did that shit on purpose. Yeah, I can't stand that crap. You know, but lately when we've done that the last couple of times, they're outside and they're like, here's a coupon. What did you come here for? Well, we have one left. You got the last one.
Right, they
You know?
numbered them. Right?
Yeah,
like,
like-
okay, we only have 20.
Yeah.
and what are you lying for?
That's
Are you
fine.
lying for this or not? Like, no, okay.
Yeah, if
But
they do
again-
that, that's good.
Yes, but again, is some people, whether they're gonna buy or not,
They'll get it.
they'll get it,
Yeah.
and then they'll try to sell it for $20. Like, hey, look, I'm not gonna buy it. I'll sell it to you for $20
Yeah, that's
or something.
Yeah.
It's not cool, but
Yeah, no. That's,
you know, people make money however they can.
Yeah, not cool, not cool. The last time I bought something though, it was Black Friday. I just bought it through I don't know what store, Best Buy or something. Their Black Friday, and I did online. so I didn't go nowhere. We were getting ready to.
Mhm.
I think I even had that day off, and my wife and I were gonna get up real early. And we got up early. She goes, "Well, look online." It was two things. We were gonna buy a TV. We wanted to buy a TV for the house and Xbox for Mikey and we're buying it for Christmas, for his Christmas present.
Mm-hmm.
So we're like, well, let's see if we can get it online first before we leave. So we were already changed, ready to go. So I'm on the computer searching, found both of them, and we just ordered them online. We went back to sleep, you know.
Yeah, but again, is going and buying it is like you kind of want it right then and there to set it up or play with it and stuff.
Yeah, well,
that's if you want to do that, then you have to go to the
You
store
gotta
and
go
get
to the
it.
store. And I don't like that. I don't like all the crowd. I can't stand being in the middle of a crowd like that. Oh no, I get frustrated. I'm like, I'll just wait in the car. I can't do this. But it was cool because that TV that I have in the living room, I think it's a 65 4K.
Damn.
I have it on the wall. I had a 55 inch. I moved that to my room, and the one I had in my room, I moved it to Mikey's room. So I just passed everything down, and now when I put the 65 inch up in the living room,
Well, that's kind of good for the kids, right?
4K, 65 inch.
How does 4K look?
It
Oh,
looks like
beautiful.
HD. It looks a little bit better, but it's like HD.
Not much
You
of a
can't
big
see, no.
difference.
I finally got to watch a 4K movie on that screen because there's no 4K. It's hard to find 4K stuff.
Mhm.
You have to. Like right now, I have the Amazon Fire Stick in there. It's not 4K, so I can't watch 4K stuff on there. My Xbox, I have the first Xbox One, doesn't have 4K on it.
Well, I need to bring my streaming thing because mine's 4K.
See, I need to upgrade to the 4K one, so I don't have one. And so what I finally did is I went and stole my son's Xbox One.
Borrowed.
His is a 4K Blu-ray. So I brought it, plugged it into my big screen, and I put the only 4K movie I have. I think it was it's a superhero movie. What's his face in the red?
Iron Man.
No, red. He's all red leather.
Deadpool.
Deadpool.
Oh.
Deadpool.
That one I when I bought the Blu-ray, I noticed it said Ultra HD 4K or whatever on there, and I saw that it had another 4K disc in there. So I brought Mikey's Xbox in there. He wasn't home, so I didn't have to ask him. Put it in there, and then the TV said, "Oh, you're trying to watch 4K? Okay, let me adjust." And then I'm like, "It looks like HD." I couldn't tell. I sat there and watched. Even Jimmy was here. I'm like, "Jimmy, do you see? Like, does this look extra good?" He's like, "It looks normal."
But you know that you need special cables too, right?
Yeah, I brought the ones that came with with his Xbox. His came with special HDMI cables specifically for that.
And not much difference.
I think
It's a little.
no, it's so little. What I think you have to do is have a HD movie up and a 4K movie up side by side to see the difference, because the HD looks so good on that TV. I think it's upscaled, it's up-resed a little bit already, the HD, because the TV has its own processing, and it's got that dynamic color. I don't remember what it's called. It's an extra thing that it's when you get a TV now, you need to. It's got to say 4K, plus it's got to say that extra. I don't remember an extra thing that they have, and mine has it. It's like real dynamic. The blacks are real black, and the whites and everything are real bright, like extra bright than a normal TV. So they're like, if you have 4K, that makes the difference with having that. But I watched that movie. I'm like, it looks like the regular HD version. Couldn't tell. You know, I was disappointed. I was like, wow.
That's
That was disappointing.
that's disheartening, right?
Yeah, it is. Now, I'm wondering if that movie was shot in 4K and then down-res, you know, for everybody else, or it was like somehow up-res and it's not really 4K. So that's my hope, that I didn't have a good 4K movie. You know what I'm saying? Like, because now I know most of the movies now they shoot them in 4K, but the movie theater, all the Blu-rays are all HD, just 1080p. So they downscale it, which is fine. You know, it's a real nice picture. You know, HD. Not too many people use it 4K. You know, so
what Can you download 4K?
You can. It's a lot.
How big is the file?
Holy crap! A couple of like 20 or 40 gigs or something.
much?
Like I saw like a big. I don't know, but it's a big file. You know, and to stream it, whoo, they say the best 4K streaming is not like Netflix or whatever. It's through your antenna. You know, like you put an antenna on your TV.
Analog or digital antenna.
Because they don't compress it. It just comes straight. They're like, that's the highest quality 4K
But are
in
they-
streaming. They stream 4K. They send 4K through the...
Cable.
Public TV,
Yeah.
public
With the
channels.
you have to have a
stream
digital...
4K?
Yeah, you put a digital antenna on your TV.
Really?
That's the best way to... They say to have the... If you want real clear... Like, if you want to see what it can do. But still, a disc like I had is even the next step above that. Because streaming is going to lose quality. But like I said, that streaming with a digital antenna is the highest quality compared to 4K Netflix or YouTube. Those are too compressed, so you lose quality. But a Blu-ray disc has the full version of it. That's why I was so happy to try it, and I was so sad that it didn't do much.
So, what other movie can you get and
But,
test
I
it
mean,
out? And
I just haven't. Well, I mean, I was not download because even that.
right, no.
But I was gonna go buy another one. But when I was like, oh, I'm gonna be so happy after this, I'm gonna go buy nothing but 4K movies. Yeah, I was like, it's not worth it. It's not worth it. I couldn't see a difference. I've heard people say, you want to see the difference? Get real close to it. Real close, and you can see how small the pixels are compared to an HD movie. You'll see the pixels are bigger, and you'll see more on the edges. Like if there's a sharp edge, you'll see the pixels that it's blurry. On the 4K, it'll be real straight, real smooth. Other than that, your eye can't tell the difference. So it's like,
wow.
I was very disappointed, and I figured since I got a big TV, 65 inch, pretty good size. I figured I'll see it there because it's big. It's stretching that picture, and didn't do nothing. Didn't do nothing, you know. Because I know I always hear if you have a small TV, you don't have to go full 1080p. You could go 720p and it looks real nice because it's small, and you can't see the pixels because everything, you know, you'll have it at a certain distance. The eye can't tell, you know. Then you get a little bigger, then you need to do 1080p, you know. So I said, oh well, I got a 65 inch. I'll see it.
But how much detail do you really want to see?
I want to see all the detail.
I mean, if no, not necessarily, because again, it's like, oh, this is a good actress, good looking actress, and then when you start seeing her great detail, like, oh, too many freckles, stretch marks, this and that, like, oh, maybe not so much.
No, but you know what? That's the thing. All films, they have like filters over them, so it's not. It's because like the video camera we have here, it's a 1080p. It's not a 4K. But it runs at 60 frames, and like that camera you have, I'm pretty sure when you do video on it,
what is that? Is mine a 2K, 4K?
I don't know if it's 2K maybe, but I know it's of course 1080p 60 frames, but I don't know if it's higher.
Well, my GoPro is a 4K.
Okay, but I don't think. I think your camera, if it's 4K, it would probably look way better than the GoPro. But
Really?
yeah, I think so. Because the GoPro is just one steady lens, and
Right.
you know the camera you can change lenses. You could always do more. But when you see that picture just straight up off the camera, you're like, dang, that looks nice. How come movies don't look like that? Because they filter them, they cover them, they make them gritty, they make them look different. I mean, I've seen people like I've made films, you know, and like, how come they never look like on a movie? You know, I try to film something similar and it doesn't look right. Well, I figured out how. I was Googling some stuff. I got a project that I'm working on. And I saw how a easy way to make it look similar to a movie. You know, you put a filter on it,
Right.
changes the color, you mess with this dude tells you exactly how to do it, and it looks pretty awesome.
Really?
It looks like a movie, you know. But like I say, it cuts down on quality. You know, instead of the way it looked before, real nice and clear and crisp, now it's a little rough because of that filter.
So you want So it looks more like a movie instead of a home video.
Yeah. Home videos actually look better. If you ever look at like soap operas, sometimes they look real crisp and clear. And you're like, why does that look like that? It looks different. It almost looks sometimes, especially when it's running at a fast frame rate, you're like, man, it looks like you're looking out a window to see people standing there moving around, not a TV.
Right.
And it looks better than a movie, clearer. But a movie has this certain look that you like. I mean, I see a movie like, oh, that's bad. That looks nice, but it's not as clear. Like I say, it loses its resolution compared to the raw video. I don't know, but all right, it's after 10. One more. Put the Sonic one up.
Sonic.
Yeah, look up Sonic.
Supersonic.
So.
Oh no! Don't even go there.
Yeah.
Supersonic.
So Sonic the Hedgehog sneakers. Okay.
Yeah, son. Look at this mess. Wow.
Supersonic.
Those are Sonic the Hedgehog's sneakers that he uses when you're playing the game. Those are his sneakers. They're not gonna let you run as fast as Sonic,
Dang it.
but you'll look just as cool as him.
Retarded.
Or retarded. So
Do they come in fluorescent green? Or
no.
yellow?
Go look at the picture of Sonic. You see his color. He's blue. The shoes are red. That's the color.
It looks pink where I'm. Where I'm at.
No, it's okay. You're seeing it at an angle.
Angle.
Yeah.
It looks pink where I'm looking
no,
at.
It's red. But so the reason I wanted to show this is because my son is a big Sonic the Hedgehog fan. He grew up with a Sega.
Okay.
Different than me. I grew up with a Nintendo. I wasn't a big fan of Sonic. Not until my later years when I ran away from home and was in Mexico and had a Sega at my disposal. I played all the Sonics there. But I was older. So I beat the crap out of all the Sonics. So then Japan is celebrating Sonic's 26th birthday with a pair of officially licensed limited edition sneakers that look like the ones that Sonic wears in the games.
So you pre-order or what? Your size or it's
They
size
don't-
fits all?
No, they don't have a. I looked at it. It's only in Japan, but I went to the Amazon Japan site, and I think they have equivalent to a size 8 in men, the biggest size.
Really?
They
Yeah.
have some small feet.
Yeah,
And
Yeah, they do.
yeah.
it's only available in Japan.
For now, it's a Japanese thing. Yeah. So I went right away to go pre-order for my son.
What size do you wear?
11 and a half or 12.
Damn.
So there's no way. Maybe for a toe. You put a toe in there.
Nah.
Nah.
Well, it doesn't matter as long as he gets the shoes. Right?
I know that's but see that's what I was thinking. I was like, he'll put him up there like
Right, yeah.
you know.
Like a
little-
But he would want to wear 'em. I'm pretty sure he'd be like, oh, I'm wearing that. So I mean, because he's a fan of Sonic. I mean, even though to me I don't like that type of shoe, but a lot of the kids like those shoes.
So it's the game, and the game you buy the game, and the shoes come with the game.
Nah, you just buy the shoes.
I buy shoes?
Yeah.
Really?
And they're pre-order, like I said.
Pre-order?
63 yen.
$63.
Yeah, $63
No, that's yen.
for 720 yen. Oh, 7,020 yen.
Which is $63.
I guess that's what it shows here.
I know peeps. I could probably get a pair soon.
Hook it up, because
I mean, are they selling it in? Oh, is it Japan or China?
Japan, I
It
think.
said Japan.
Oh yeah, I don't know any. I don't have connections in Japan, but
Dang it! It's all in Japanese. I'm trying to translate. I don't see the button for translate. Oh, there it goes. Translate. All right. The planned release date is the 21st of July. And okay, I see they're out, but they have JP28. That's the size. JP28 is the biggest size they have. Let me see what's the equivalence.
Husky extra large.
JP28 shoe size comparison. Let's see. UK, Japan 28 is a size 10. Well, that's not too bad.
I can wear those.
But see, they're sold out.
What?
They're sold out on all of them. They have up to size 20 JP24. which is size 6. So that's all they have left, you know.
I'll still buy it. Just case them.
Size 6, and then smaller, probably size 5. But yeah, 28's the biggest they have in options. It's just sold out. But that I was gonna buy one for my son. I was like, really? That's it? 10 won't fit him. An 11 fits him tight. I think he uses 11 and a half, maybe 12. And these he probably have to go 12 because those aren't wide shoes.
Right.
Those
yeah,
are
yeah,
skinny shoes.
Right.
Yeah, he's got a fat foot, so he'd have to.
That's for people who ain't got no feet.
Yeah, so. Oh well.
Send me a text during the week and let me come my people.
All right.
Try to get a pair.
Yeah.
Even if it doesn't fit anybody, you got a pair to show.
Yep. All right. That's going to be the end of the show. We got to go to Shooters. Check out the new margarita flavors they have out there at Shooters from Parties for You.
What do you got?
I know, well, we're past it already, but from 8 to 10, they had dollar margaritas.
Oh.
They had dollar shots.
Ooh.
So right now, you're going to have to go pay regular price, but
Hell no.
it is worth it, though.
Okay.
Yeah, so...
It's worth it because who's DJing tonight?
I think Jimmy's DJing. It was supposed to be Iceman, but
And Fluffy, right?
well, Fluffy's gonna be there, but he's still sick.
Is he?
He's still hurting.
Fluffy.
Yeah.
That dude ain't fluffy no more.
So Iceman was supposed to go, but Iceman is sick. He's been in and out of the hospital all week. So DJ Jimmy Ray and DJ Fluffy were gonna handle it. So I'm gonna go say what's up to them, hang out for a little bit, and then come home because I gotta work tomorrow. Yeah. So all right, that's the end of our show. Thank you guys for being here. With our new recruit over here, Xavier, X-Man. So
The X-Man.
Wolverine.
Wolverine.
No, I don't think he wants to do that.
No.
All right, so let me see. Thanks to all the listeners for listening, for joining us today. We appreciate you guys for listening or watching or whatever. You can follow me on Twitter at Space Cadet Pro, Facebook at Michael Lopez, and on scpradio.com. Where can we follow you at, Super Mario?
You can't. Just here when I show up. I'm not on media. I'm off the grid.
He's off the grid.
Sorry,
Caveman here.
I chose to be that way.
X-Man, you got anywhere people can follow you? Maybe you say your gamer tag again.
Drag Rise on Xbox One, and you can follow me on Snapchat, Xavier.
Xavier on Snapchat. And Wally, where can we follow you?
Wally Silver's at Instagram.
All right. So don't forget to subscribe to us on iTunes or your favorite podcast catcher. You can email us at scpradio@spacecadetpro.com. Leave us a voicemail at 832-910-7727. And we may play it next week on the show.
And I want to give a shout out to my boy KGB. Love you, baby. Give a shout out to my friend BB, sweetheart. You know where you are. And again, about Vladimir Putin. Keeping it real, brother. Keep it real.
What the hell? And we'll see you guys next week.
Peace.
Bye.
This is your boy, Light Jockey Mike, and I just wanted to thank you for supporting SCP Radio. That's the end of our show, but please be sure to check us out on SpaceCadetPro.com, where you will be able to watch our videos, find and like all of our social media accounts, and chat with us. While you are there, click on the radio tab, where you will be able to see the show schedule and all of the different ways to reach us. You can also listen to us from there if you are on a PC or laptop. Thanks again, and remember, we are the future in entertainment.